This is your boy, T-Shawn Jones, welcoming you to another edition of FACEOFF Generation, Episode 2, where I take any wrestler from any generation, past, present, living, non-living, any federation, and clash them together, the Titans, in fantasy matches. Alongside with me is the man behind High Class Wrestling, the truth from the booth, that's right. I always wanted to say that. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Baker, man, what's going on?
Man, Honky Kong is in the building and ready to talk wrestling. That's what we do. Let's get into these matchups, man.
Right. Before we get into these the new matches, let's talk about last week's matches, where we had some very interesting matches going on down. A clean sweep between Dean Ambrose and DDP. DDP picks up the win. I mean, could you blame him? I mean, everybody loves DDP.
It's people's champion.
Right? And then we have in the 8-man tag match with Crime Time and tag team champions, the Usos, going up against tag team champions Primo and Carlito, and with Zack Ryder and Mojo. Crime Time and Usos pick up the win on that one,
thankfully. And
a clean sweep with Cesaro over Apollo Crews, which is, I'm very kind of shocked on that one that no one picked Apollo, but hey, you know.
I think like one person did, didn't they? I thought I saw one person.
Maybe probably one person. I have to go back on that one and check that out. Next match, CM Punk picked up an easy victory on that one over Sami Zayn. CM Punk, yeah. Let's see. In our main event, the All-Star match, Sting versus Randy Orton. Sting picks up the win on that one. But let's get to the breaking news on this one, and this is where things can go right and things could go wrong, and it may be good for the better. AJ Styles versus Shelton Benjamin. That ended up in a tie.
A tie that I am currently going to simulate while we're doing the show. Just want to throw that out there.
There you go. Like I said, if it ever comes down to a tie, my man Baker is going to do a simulation from the Fire Pro Wrestling to break that tiebreaker. And like I said, I knew that match was going to be a nail biter. Yeah.
I knew that of every match we posted, that was definitely going to be the one that would get the most people talking and most people disagreeing. I could almost guarantee I was doing a tiebreaker for this.
I mean, that's a dream match in itself. I mean, both of the guys, like you said last week, both of the guys are awesome. You know, one weighs out the other, and I can't wait to see the tiebreaker on that one. But now, let's get into today's matches. I know I said I was going to do 5 matches. There were going to be 5 cards, but I kind of, went overboard on this one. So you have to forgive me on this one. You really do. First match up is Titus O'Neil versus Ahmed Johnson. Both these men are strong, and both of them are aggressive in the ring. I'm gonna have to get this to Titus.
I'm going Ahmed.
Okay.
Specifically for, I don't know. Honestly, this one's hard for me because they're both terrible.
Ooh. Like, I didn't say that.
They're so bad. Oh, I'll say it. Titus is hot garbage, and Ahmed was just one of the absolute worst workers of the Attitude Era. And completely got a job for his physique, and that's okay. A lot of people have. I'm not knocking him for it. Do what you do.
Wow.
I'm going to go Ahmed because Ahmed has the strength advantage, And I personally, really, it boils down to the fact that I like a Tiger Bomb a lot better than a Sky High. So we're going finishes, and he has a better finish. So that's really all it boils down to. I don't like either of them at all.
I'm sorry.
Don't laugh. This is why you have me on the show.
Yeah.
I am unapologetic as hell.
Man, that's really deep. That's deep.
It is.
Well, it's 1-1 as of right now. So we got a whole week until next week to find out who's worse. Moving right along. Okay, this next match, the Battle of the Cruiserweights. That's right, Battle of the Cruiserweights. I like this one. It's a 4-way elimination. In one corner, you have from AAA, Jack Evans. And in the next corner, you have X-Division champ Homicide from 187. That's right. Or, I forgot the other group that he was in.
He was in LAX. He was in the Rottweilers.
This guy's been everywhere.
Pretty much.
Ruthless in the ring. And then in the next corner, you have Amazing Red, X-Division champion, and from the classic WCW, Psychosis. I'm going to let you go with this one.
Realistically, looking at who's in the ring, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to have to go with Jack Evans walking out with the win.
Ooh, okay. Any particular reason?
A couple. I think. Here's the thing. We know Homicide and Red have had a rivalry since Ring of Honor. They had a rivalry in Ring of Honor. They had a rivalry in TNA. So if we were going to look at this as an absolute match, those two are going to try to destroy each other at the beginning.
Right. Absolutely.
It's going to be a hell of a contest. Gringo Killer, Amazing Red would be out of there. We'll take it down to 3.
Damn.
I then think Psychosis and Jack Evans would realize that Homicide is the most vicious man in the ring. Double team, he's out of here. And Psychosis has never seen anything like Jack Evans. WCW era Psychosis has never seen anything like Jack Evans.
Damn.
You know, if we're looking now, yeah, he's wrestled him now. But in that era, that 1997 to 1999 black and white Psychosis before he lost the mask, had never seen anything like Jack Evans. To be honest, 99% of the planet has never seen anything like Jack Evans. He's arguably the greatest high flyer on the planet and never gets the recognition he deserves. I'm going Jack Evans.
Okay, not bad. With what you said, I totally agree with the Psychosis and Jack Evans thing. I honestly believe I can't argue with that. I can't really argue with that. With Amazing Red being out first, that is true. I as much as talented that he is, I really don't think he can really hang with the likes of Jack Evans or Psychosis. He's young, and yeah, he's wrestled around. He's started wrestling young, but again, this is you're putting him in a class of high class, high flying wrestlers. But because it's a 4-way elimination, and I really do see him being eliminated first. I do see Psychosis leaving second.
Okay.
And my winner on this one will have to be Homicide.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I mean, there's going to be some spots. There's going to be for these guys, their weight. It's going to be some hard hitting. Don't get me wrong, but I really do see Homicide leaving out the victor.
I see Jack Evans winning with a 630. I just wanted to throw that in there because he doesn't get enough credit for being the man who brought that move to the mainstream. Just saying.
Okay.
Didn't invent it, brought it to the mainstream, though.
That's true. Shouldn't. All right. Next match we have from WCW, Juventud Guerrera, the Juice.
So unmasked Juice version.
Exactly. Versus the Intercontinental Intercontinental Champion Kofi Kingston.
I'm going with Kofi.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Kofi too. Don't get me wrong. Hoovy is a good cruiserweight, but there's that one thing, and I just can't put my finger on it. That, you know what? I'll actually say it. The hell with it. I'm gonna say it. His ego in the ring gets him in trouble.
Oh,
I mean, don't get me wrong. He wrestled some of the best cruiserweights in WCW, and even when he took time off and went down to Mexico, he still had that presence of a good lucha wrestler. It's just with Kofi, he has that one thing, and that's his speed and his ring awareness. Don't believe me? Go back and watch some of the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, Kofi is something else. I think honestly though, more importantly than just this matchup, I think Kofi is extremely underrated.
Oh hell yeah! Absolutely.
In general.
Absolutely.
And I don't care what anybody says, he deserved a run with the world title before Randy Orton cried like a little bitch and got his push taken away. 100%. That needed to be said.
And I agree with you, honestly. And even right now, in WWE, if you're any of the creative staff is watching this show, just hear me out. If you guys decide to break up New Day, which I hope you don't, but if you decide to break up New Day, let Kofi Kingston get a run with the World Heavyweight title. Or Universal, it don't matter.
I don't know if it would happen now.
What, because of the new generation?
I just think there's way too much talent now. There's just too much. Kofi getting that run in 08 or 09, whatever, 09, it would have been phenomenal. Nobody would have saw it coming. It would have broke up the monotony of every other week. It's just either John Cena, Randy Orton, or Batista as champion. Like it would have been different. Now there's just too many talented guys who haven't held a title yet. Like, come on, dude. We're 3 years in and Bray Wyatt hasn't held a world title. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
I can't fathom that. Cesaro hasn't held a world title. Like, these are guys I would need to see with a world title before Kofi. That's the only problem now. And
that's so bad because, like, Kofi is a really good wrestler. He knows the business. He's been there. Now I think he's been there a little bit longer than
9 years.
Sad. I don't want him to be that Edge. That's my problem. Edge was there for a while and he didn't really get a put. All he was doing was storylines and tag teams and then finally he got his push. And then after all those years, he built up injury, and so now he's early retirement.
But he also ended a 10-time world champ. Can't be mad.
I don't know. Can't be mad. But my thing with Kofi, he should have, like you say, he should have had a run.
He should have.
Yep. Okay. Kofi's up 2 with us. Sorry, Juice. Maybe next time. But hey, you got a whole week, man. Next match up is a 6-man tag match, and again, a battle of the cruiserweights. In one corner, we have the team of Paul London, Rey Mysterio Jr., WWE Rey Mysterio Jr., and Billy Kidman, tag team champion Billy Kidman, my ad, versus 1997 or 98 X-Pac, like freshly coming back, to the WWE.
Okay.
Tyson Kidd and Heart Foundation Tyson Kidd, and Intercontinental Champion Jeff Hardy. You know, I know I'm gonna say this. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack when who I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go Team Kidman.
You know, I think I am too. For the simple fact of those guys know each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
They ran together for so long, on and off. So it's gonna boil down to experience and past teams for me. So with that, I say having Kidman and Ray, who have worked together for years,
absolutely,
and then a guy like London, who's at one point one half the longest running tag team champions of all time.
Mm-hmm.
One of, not the. We know it's Demolition. We're not WWE. We're not gonna lie to you and say it's not. I think I'm gonna go for that reason. That, and this is where I get to have a little bit of fun. Jeff Hardy's gonna come down the ring high and fuck everything up.
Ooh, here we go.
Can't help it, man. I'm not a Hardy fan anymore at all. I'm just not. I'm not saying I wouldn't be excited if he came back to do some stuff like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But
you know what? Like you, I was a Jeff Hardy fan when he was Team Extreme, Lita, and Matt. That was it. it. When he came back to the WWE and won the Intercontinental title, I was kind of happy for him. But after I seen what he was doing with his hair, I was like, yeah, he ain't done. He's not done.
That was the last time I really liked Hardy, was the RVD feud.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first world title reign. Like, that was awesome. It's like he finally got his moment, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then and since he left WWE though, like,
what has he
I don't
done?
know, man. I mean, he did a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Matt held multiple tag titles in multiple organizations, and he went on to be a multi-time TNA champion and blah 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 blah. And he did some good things. I'm not saying he didn't. It's just I feel like with Jeff, it was a lot of people still liked him because he was such a big part of their childhood.
Right.
If you're around our age, yeah, Jeff Hardy was the man when we were in middle school.
Oh yeah.
He was like, oh my god. Every week you'd go to school, did you see what Jeff Hardy jumped off of last week? Yeah, it was awesome.
Right.
But that's the thing. And it's like I'm about to come off like those assholes who used to talk to Foley.
Mm-mm.
But Hardy's a glorified stuntman.
Oh.
Legitimately, he can't speak to save his life. I'm sorry, dude, he can't speak to save his life. He has literally one of the worst promos in the history of wrestling in general. I'm not even pointing out one specific promo. I'm saying in general, his mic skills, El Terrible. And I don't mean former CMLL world champion El Terrible either.
Damn.
He can't, he had no chain wrestling. I'm not saying you have to be Daniel Bryan.
Exactly.
But you have to know how to execute a couple holds just to add a flow to the match.
Right.
And it was always it literally every Jeff Hardy singles match is the exact same match. It's Jeff. It's
I was
Jeff starts. We get a couple of sweet deep arm drags.
Mm-hmm.
He gets his ass beat. He comes back, does something crazy, twist of fate, swanton. That's it. That's every Jeff Hardy match, singles match ever.
Damn it! I was hoping he wasn't gonna say that. Damn.
Ever. They're all exactly the same.
The exact same. And
they're all exactly the same.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, he's about to hit him. He's about to hit him with
dude,
all the.
Like I said, it comes across as hate, and I don't necessarily want it to come across as hate. I don't hate Jeff Hardy. It's just like, it's one of those things. It's like if Jeff came back, yeah, it would be a cool moment. If he didn't, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it either.
Right. Absolutely.
So for that reason, I feel all three members on the other team are superior wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
They all have crazy tag team experience,
and that's why I got them. Good.
Yeah. I'm going with Team A here.
Okay, all right. I ain't mad with that. I'm not mad at that. All right, next up is another tag team match. This one, I don't know what I was drinking at the time when I did this. I don't know why.
I know what one you're talking about, and this one's gonna be hard.
this one is in one corner. You got Prince Puma and Alberto Del Rio, U.S. champion, by the way, of this year. This year he won. Or he did have
the most recent run when he came back.
Right. In the other corner, you got D'Lo Brown, European and Intercontinental champ, and his tag team partner Loki.
This is the easiest one. This is the easiest discussion of the night for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you with this one because, like I said, I honestly didn't know what I was drinking, so.
There could have been so many other people other than D'Lo that you could have put in this match and made this.
I know.
Made it the hardest question of the week.
I know.
This one, not so much, man. Ricochet is arguably the greatest high flyer on the planet. Del Rio, one of the most underrated workers in the world. I'm going Puma and Del Rio, man. Team Mexico.
You know what?
So,
I
one
have
Mexican,
to redeem...
one fake Mexican.
Ooh. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
His name's Trevor. He's from California, I think. I think he's from Cali. Either way, he's just tan.
Oh, God.
He's mixed. He ain't Mexican. He just looks Mexican because he's tan and has a mask.
He's Trevor.
That man is mixed.
He called you by your government name, dude.
Government name. Hey, I love him though. Ricochet's been one of my favorite wrestlers on the planet for like 10 years.
You know what?
No joke.
I'm gonna redeem myself on this one. I'm gonna come back to you guys next week with a better tag team partner for Loki. I apologize for this one. Nothing taken away from D'Lo because D'Lo is a good wrestler, and that's that's all he is. He's not a luchador. He's not a superstar. He's a wrestler, which is the reason why he went to TNA/NWA early TNA. He was just a wrestler. He went down there with Double J and Brian James, Road Dogg. You know, he went down there with intentions to be just a wrestler. So, you know, not taking anything away from him, you know. Okay, this next match here, we didn't talk about this match last week. It was supposed to be on last week's card.
Yeah, this one got lost in the shuffle somehow.
Yeah, it really did. But I was kind of like, you know, happy that we're doing face-off here. And it kind of got lost in the shuffle. So we got Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens versus Bam Bam Bigelow. This is why we call it face-off. We're going to a generation versus another generation. You got, you know, slash kind of attitude early golden era versus today's era.
So we're going WWF Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes my answer even easier.
Wait a minute. What makes it? Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. Okay. What's the difference between WWF Bam Bam Bigelow and who you thought that this one was?
I thought it was ECW Bam Bam. If it was ECW Bam Bam, that's why I had such a hard time.
Well,
Bam Bam got no respect in WWF at all.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure I got the right picture because I'm looking at his tattoos.
Everything's going to be the same. He didn't change anything.
Well, you know what? To make it interesting, let's go ECW.
That makes it a little harder, but
that's what she said.
I still got to go Kevin, man. Bam Bam is one of the absolute greatest big men of all time. There's no discussion about it. If anybody disagrees, you can just stop talking to me. The things he was able to do, and okay, and here's the thing too, though. I had to catch myself there because I said what I didn't want to say.
Okay.
Bam Bam had a great moonsault. There's no reason a man that big should be able to throw a moonsault.
Wait a minute, hasn't Vader made a moonsault and he's about the same?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Big guys can jump. That's all I can say.
But that's the thing about both of them. And as much as I love Bam Bam, I think Bam Bam gets over-exaggerated because of his moonsault. And then that leads to a discussion of how overly athletic he was. Now, he was athletic to be 370, 350 plus, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. He was athletic. But not as athletic as everybody said. It's just because he was doing a moonsault. Kevin, on the other hand, is athletic.
Right.
100%. I've seen Kevin wrestle for an hour. That right there is the reason I go Owens. I don't think Bam Bam has the cardio for a long match. So I think Kevin would grind it out, wait for him to get tired, and it's a wrap.
You know,
if you're already sucking wind and you have a 275-pound man hit a swanton and a frog splash on you, on ribs that are already aching because you can barely breathe from the match you're having, you're not kicking out. I'm going Kevin.
Damn. Those are some good points. You know,
specifically
and I hate
on cardio.
And you see, and like you said, it does wind down the cardio, but you gotta think, once Owen screws up, that leaves a whole heck of a change in game plan for Owens. My thing is like, if Bam Bam can knock some loop into his head, you know, that it's a done deal for Owens. I really want to pick Bam Bam, but this match right here, you know, because I didn't pick last time, and it's really hard because, one, I really don't see Kevin Owens doing a pop-up power bomb.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's exactly why I said small package.
Frog splash.
Oh, a frog splash. Ooh, damn.
That's what I'm saying. It would all be high flying. Period. He would grind him out till he can't breathe, and then drop 275 pounds on his chest twice.
Damn, man. I really don't know who to pick. One side,
I had a hard time too.
One side, I really want Bam Bam to win, and I can see him winning. But on the other side,
could I.
But on the other side, I see Kevin Owens winning, like you said, but also cheat to win.
Well, 100%.
Damn, I hate when I do this to myself. I'm going Bam Bam, just to be the odd one.
Just to change it up.
Just to change it up. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching FACEOFF Generation, and we're here every Tuesday to give you matches, fancy matches like the one just now, and God, that was a super hard match. All right, now this next match here. A lot of people are like, why are you putting these two up against each other? Because they're basically almost a mirror, so to speak, both in the ring and on the mic. One side, we have WWF, and I believe that's a WWF belt I'm looking at right here. World Heavyweight Champion Batista versus WWE Champion Roman Reigns.
It would be WWE Champion Batista.
Okay.
But
I didn't know. I forgot where the split began with that. You know, worldwide life. Go fuck yourself. I mean,
Nah, you said it right. Don't take that back. Them pandas can suck it. Straight up.
Damn. You know, I'm gonna let you go on this one first. I'm gonna let you go first.
This one's very tough.
It will be
like it really is, because you are right. They are pretty much mirror images, other than the fact that Batista was jacked beyond belief.
Right. Right.
Batista has the power edge, and he has the experience edge, and those are two very important things.
Absolutely.
And I know this. But at the same time, Roman Reigns has youth, speed, and athleticism. Superman punch that can come out of nowhere, even if I'm not too fond of the move. It's effective and can be hit from multiple positions.
Right.
And the one thing I think affects my answer the most is the spear. Batista had like the second worst spear ever. I don't understand how you are 300 pounds of pure muscle, fake gas muscle, but muscle nonetheless. Yeah, I said it. He was on the juice, and I don't care. He had the worst, like the only person with the worst spear was Edge.
Really? Wow. Oh, you know what? That's
Christian too.
You know what? I'm gonna save that argument for another day for myself. But
there's no argument for it. Worst spear in history besides maybe Christian, but it wasn't Christian's finish. He only used it after Edge got retired, so I don't count it. Edge has the worst spear in the history of wrestling. Gilbert had a better spear than Edge. Anyway, Batista has a terrible spear that I think he would get clapped with a Superman punch when he went for it. And Roman, on the other hand, I don't know if Roman has one of the best spears ever or if Rusev just sells a spear better than anybody else or a combination of both. I'm not sure. I'm giving the matchup to Roman.
God, man, why you make things?
And another reason, because fuck Batista. I don't like Batista at all. So there's that.
What?
I never liked Batista. He's a big, dangerous dummy. Not my style.
So that means you didn't like Ryback either.
I respected Ryback.
Okay.
I didn't like him. But Ryback also had a personality, so I can't even really say I didn't like him. Ryback had a personality.
Okay.
I liked the big guy. It was simple, but it worked.
It worked for him, basically. It got him from point A to point B.
And I've also seen Ryback like legitimately have good matches.
This is true.
I've never seen. No, I won't say never. I've seen Batista have 2 good matches, and it was against John Cena. Coincidentally, one of them, just one, because every other match they had was garbage because both of those guys need a better wrestler to lead the match. But Edge is the only time I ever watched a Batista match. I was like, man, that was a really good match. And it was because Edge walked it through and made Batista look amazing.
Damn. That's crazy.
There's a difference between being able to have a good match and being able to put on a good match.
This is true.
And both of those guys fall into the first category. Neither of them can put on a good match. It definitely depends on who they're in the ring with.
Right.
But I'm going Roman, and I don't care how much heat I get. Bring it.
And you know what? I'll agree with you, but another person that agrees with you, this comes from the FACEOFF Generation page from Ron Johnson, Captain Ron Johnson. You can see him on the Last Call network. He says Roman on the grounds that he picks Roman on the grounds that the other guy is just as bad. So I'm a great
way to look at it.
I'm gonna be a little nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna pick.
I'm not. Why I'm on this show.
Damn. I was gonna pick Batista only because he hanged with John Cena, and like you said in that match, which is pretty hard to do with Batista.
No, it's not. No, it's not hard to hang with Cena though.
Batista being nice, but in Roman's defense, he does have a good spear, and like you said, the Superman punch could come out from nowhere. He has more movesets. He has more moves. You know, that little drop kick he does on the apron, and he may do a suplex here or there. I never, what I'm thinking about it. I never seen Batista do a suplex. I seen him do.
Yeah, he had the stalling vertical.
Okay.
But he's a big man. Every big man in history has had a stalling vertical. You have to. You can't be a big man in wrestling and not use a stalling vertical. It's like a law.
Yeah, it is. And like a big boot too, but
Yeah. You have to have a big boot and a stalling vertical.
But with Batista, okay, you said his spear was weak.
Weak sauce.
It's like you said, depending on who's selling it. I honestly think if Batista landed the spear on Roman, he would have a hard time breathing. That's just in my opinion. My thing is with Roman, he's been in the NFL before. He did the college football thing, and he always had that nice spear form. That's the only way you can get a good spear, such as Goldberg, such as Rhino. Edge, I thought his spear was awesome. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be here. Here's the thing: Edge's setup to the spear was the best thing ever. But it was all sizzle, no steak.
Now, if he was still the same size as he was when he first came in, that's a different story, right?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
But
it's just bad. It was a running hug. He just kind of caught you and hugged you, and you guys fell over. It wasn't a spear.
It's a running hug. I'm gonna give my wife a running hug.
There you go. That's exactly what it looks like, though. Like if your wife was sitting at home and she was standing in front of the bed, like looking at something, like that's what you would do. You would run, hug her, and like push her onto the bed. That's what Edge's spear looked like. Edge's spear looked like it was a setup for sex. It was very, very strange.
Everybody can send their hate mail.
Please send it. Please send it.
I thought I was bad.
I am ready.
I thought I was bad a long time ago when I made up matches, and said what was on my mind. He just said he had a running hug.
Oh, I'm not gonna hold nothing back. Like I said, this is the whole reason you got me on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, and I never regret it. Next match up, and you're gonna hate me for this one. I think I am. Classic WCW Ultimo Dragon versus.
Actually, I'm not gonna.
Versus.
Go ahead. I know what it is.
Versus the NXT champion, back then NXT champion, Finn Balor. I love it.
Is it Finn or is it Demon Finn?
Oh, come on.
That's a good question. Demon Finn is more brutal. He's more violent. Kicks it up a notch into another gear.
So you was okay. You know what? All right, a dragon versus
my
a
answer's
demon.
Not going to change. I'm just saying.
Okay. You know what?
It'll help other people.
I don't know. I don't know how it would change. It's just one guy with paint on him. But okay, we'll make it.
No, it's a state of mind.
All right. Okay, then we're going. We'll for you, we will make it Demon Finn Balor.
My answer's still Ultimo Dragon. I just wanted to mess with you.
Motherfucker.
It's still Ultimo.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's always going to be Ultimo. In my opinion, Ultimo Dragon is the third greatest junior heavyweight wrestler of all time. And I think he's the most influential wrestler in that division ever.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at the guys that have trained him, or that he's trained, and not even just the guys he's trained, but the guys that have a career because of him, like the greatest of all time, Chris Jericho. There would be no Chris Jericho without Ultimo Dragon.
Oh no, yeah.
Ultimo Dragon's the one who sent all the tapes. Ultimo Dragon's the one who called WCW. Ultimo Dragon's the one who called New Japan. Ultimo Dragon's the one who called AAA. He owes his career to Ultimo.
This is true.
Nobody has ever stepped in the ring with Ultimo Dragon and not immediately gotten better. If your wrestling ability was a 6 on Monday and you wrestled Ultimo Dragon on Tuesday, you were in 7 or 8 by Wednesday.
Damn. Now, I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue that at all. And actually, my pick is going to be Ultimo Dragon. You know, and not because I'm a fan of Ultimo Dragon. It's just because I seen this guy wrestle the best. My only issue, and I'm glad I didn't do this, because like somebody was like, well, wasn't he in WWE? No.
We don't count that.
No, we don't count that crap.
We don't count the 3 months he was with WWE.
That was the worst that I have ever seen WWE do to a guy whose legacy was like surpassed before he came to WWE. The only other one that came close to that is Sting.
Yeah.
So my thing
I
is
think
that
I think Sting got it worse than Dragon.
You made him lose at WrestleMania. His first match, his second match. Let me take that back. His second match. But yeah, Ultimo Dragon, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, Finn Balor, he Finn Balor would take it to him in speed. The
Yep.
high flying would be excellent.
Yep. 9 times out of 10, depending on the matchup, like you put Finn up against 10 other people, I'm sure 9 out of those 10 people I'd pick Finn.
Yeah, it's Ultimate
But-
Dragon, baby.
It's Ultimate Dragon we're talking about, man.
Absolutely. All right, I think we're down to the wire. We're going to go straight into the main event. I believe that's... Yeah, we're going to the main event now. It's a 6-man tag. In one corner, we have Broken Matt, Seth Rollins, and Edge. Now, this is Edge before he was injured.
Okay, so SmackDown champion era Edge. Sweet.
Exactly. Versus Lucha Underground Johnny Mundo.
Yep.
TNA World Heavyweight Champion Bully Ray. And Jay Lethal when he was World Heavyweight Champion.
Team Lethal, no questions.
Who?
Team Lethal. Jay Lethal is the best wrestler of our generation right now.
Wait a minute. What,
Yeah, I said it.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let me back you up from last week.
Best independent wrestler of our generation.
What happened to AJ Styles?
I said best independent wrestler. Best independent wrestler of our generation.
Okay.
No, maybe not of our generation, but he's definitely the best wrestler arguably in the world right now.
Okay. So there's no.
That's my pick.
That's your pick. There's no reason going into the depth of why.
Oh, there's a huge reason. For one, I personally do not like the Broken Matt gimmick at all. At all. It is like the most popular thing in wrestling, and I can't figure out why. Don't like it.
I don't know why.
And more importantly than that, you have Edge and Matt Hardy on the same team, man. Bad blood for the last decade.
Exactly.
That team's gonna fall apart.
That's why I put them together. I was wondering and I know they're gonna probably put it up on Facebook, but they're like, why would you put these two together? Don't they hate each other? Yes, but you at this moment in time in their generation where I picked them out in the pictures, they're also good as being wrestlers. I don't know.
They're at the top. They're at the top of their game.
Yeah, they're right now that Matt is at the top of his game right now.
Nah, I don't know. I take that back. I still say version 1 was the best Matt Hardy.
It was. When he went up against Jeff.
Even though Kurt Hawkins is completely ripping off his gimmick. Just need to throw that out there.
You know what? I'm going to get some flag. I haven't seen Kurt Hawkins wrestle yet. Even the whole...
Well, neither have I, but it's just the stupid promos. The stupid vignettes.
Yeah,
they're completely rips off. They're a complete rip-off of Matt Fax. Actually, WWE ripped off Matt Fax. They now have Matt Fax for everybody who comes to the ring. That's Hardy's gimmick, damn it.
Damn. I don't know. Okay, with me, I am going to go with Team Bully. Because I could see a back and forth match between Johnny Mundo and Seth Rollins.
That would be awesome.
You know,
Seth would take that one-on-one. But in a 6-man tag, that would be amazing.
Right? And here's the thing. All these guys have been at one point tag team champions.
Yep.
So the tag team right there in itself is going to be golden.
Oh, yeah. All 6 men. Like, that's crazy.
I can definitely see Edge taking out Morrison. The spear out of nowhere.
Oh, running hug.
Another fucking run. That's not going to end.
No,
Edge finisher is not. I'm gonna say right now, Edge's finisher is no longer the spear. It's called the running hug.
Thank you.
Bully Ray will take out Matt, and
100%. I was gonna say the same thing.
I see Jay Lethal maybe taking out Edge. It'll come down to Seth and maybe Bully. But
I see an amazing spot where Edge blind tags off of Matt Hardy, and they're in the ring arguing, and Jay Lethal hits a lethal injection on both of them at the same time.
Damn. Okay.
Because Jay Lethal is the man. 400 plus days as Ring of Honor champion. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's how the fucking.
Well, not
story,
400 plus, but over a year. It was almost 400. It might have been 400. I can't remember.
Right.
What is it?
Yeah, I know it's more than I know it's more than CM Punk. I'm just saying. But that's how the story goes, and that's another edition of Face-Off Generations. Once again, you can go to Facebook and put in your votes. You have a week to put in your votes. I will throw this out there. There is a tournament coming up. You know, the $50 tournament will be happening here in October. Just don't know the day, but it will happen. We'll figure it out. But also, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I do, because the tiebreaker is over. I'm going to post the pictures on the page.
Breaking news! The match has happened, and I am going there to...
The match happened while we were talking, as I said it would. I have pictures of proof that I will post on Facebook.
Oh, see? Now you can go.
The match was... Let me see. What was... I think it was 15 minutes. On my gallery. Match was 15 minutes and 43 seconds.
Oh.
It ended in a roll-up, just like I said it would.
Wait a minute, you saying, don't tell me you saying what I think you saying.
I'm actually not. Shelton Benjamin won via over-the-shoulder victory roll. 15 minutes, 43 seconds.
Boom! Yes.
Great match, though. It was so hard to talk about wrestling while I was watching that match.
See? And he'll post those up. That's how you end a show.
I got some action. I got action shots, too. They're pretty awesome.
Man, that is too awesome. Well, that is Face Off for episode 2. We will see you next week. This is me, T. Sean Jones, along with Justin Baker. The truth from the booth. I love saying that.
Awesome. It's great. You know, I said that accidentally because I was baked when I was doing my show one time, and I just realized that was the coolest thing ever, and it became my lead-in to every episode of High Class Wrestling.
Man, love it. And also subscribe to his channel, High Class Wrestling.
Yep. Search High Class Wrestling on YouTube. Look for the channel with a logo. The channel without the logo was the one that we got shut down because WWE banned one of our videos.
Oh.
And because YouTube would not let me recover my password information. So you can watch old matches through the new page because I subscribed to the old page. So if you want to catch up from the beginning, go to subscriptions, click on the High Class Wrestling with no logo. But subscribe to the one with the logo, the sweet logo that Lance Walker made, who, by the way, when he gets his PS4, he will most likely be joining us for these discussions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tell him to hurry up.
Yeah, these live shows are going to be awesome. We're just going to get a lot of people one day, and we're just all going to argue over each other. It's going to be great.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week. Mamoose. All right, stop. Let's see, broadcast has started. Stop broadcasting. Hit the share button, which I did, and then select broadcasting settings.